Yay, we did it. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, look, there. And that there's clouds in the background. Welcome, ladies. Aw, you guys look so beautiful. I was so excited. I'm like, the only one I'm missing now is Astrid. We got to get her on next.
Yes.
She's like, I have family in town. I'm like, we're going to be missing you. We would like to have you on here. So I'm so excited because, well, first, I want you guys to meet.
Hey, Coco.
Hi, beautiful. So nice to meet you.
Same here.
Eleni, where are you from?
Originally from France. I was born and raised in Paris. And I arrived in Florida back in 2000, permanently here.
So. 2000. So you've been here 21 years, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Such a beautiful accent. Coco, anything to add?
I have the same accent as well.
So wait, you were raised in France too, weren't you?
Yes, in Toulon.
Okay. À Toulon, okay.
À Toulon.
Enchantée de Paris.
Enchantée aussi.
Yeah, you guys just talk French for a second. Just do it. Just talk for me, like together, like.
Qu'est-ce qu'on dirait en français? Tu as du monde autour de toi en français? Parce que moi, je parle pratiquement pas français ici.
Je ne parle pas de français non plus. Avec les familles en France, j'ai oublié tout le français.
I just have to tell you, Kristen, sometimes even when I speak with families, they tell me, what is accent? It's like, because I don't
can listen to you guys speak all day, even if I don't understand a word you're saying. It really is so beautiful. The French, like, I didn't even realize, I felt like Eleni has the French accent. And then I know Coco had mentioned as we were leaving about, the French, and I thought, oh my God, I think they're from the same place. Like, I think that's an amazing alignment. And y'all ladies, guess what? My best friend, Natalie, who passed away from breast cancer, is also French. And so you are so comforting for me to hear because you remind me of her little ring and her little voice and her little stuff. And I mean, I hear her all the time. She's so with me. In fact, she's right here. This is Natalie. She painted that, Natalie. We painted this together, and that's really just what she looks like.
Wow.
And she's with me in spirit now, so always she's with me.
Okay, so I guess she sent a French connection around you, right?
She sent you to me. I can feel it. I hear her. She's like, see? Oh. Always like a little bell. She's beautiful. So Eleni, it was so cool because I met Coco on my ayahuasca ceremony in some magical place somewhere in Homestead, Miami. So it was so beautiful there at this, I want to call it a sanctuary. It was a private property, but they were creating something really beautiful there. Something that we all wish we could just move into there and just call it a day. Like, this is our home now.
Right.
We're just going to live here. Like, it had a fire pit and it had statues and Mary and the yin and the yang, and bees were making honey in the back and dogs were barking, and it was sacred ground, and it was really beautiful. So Coco, I have a little story that I don't know how much of this you know, but I had never done, I love this story. So I'd never done ayahuasca. I didn't know anyone, but on my way down south, I heard you're going to meet many beautiful women here tonight. And I was like, cool. So I heard I'm going to go with the girls, whatever that meant, be with the women. And yes, I love it. So I walk right up, and here comes Coco, just out of absolute nowhere, walks right up to me like we've been best friends forever, and gives me a giant hug. She's like, you're going to be fine, little bird. And then I hear very loudly, sit next to her. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to sit next to her. And she was so beautiful the whole night. It was so nice to be next to someone so beautiful. And our energy was similar. So whereas some people had different experiences, me and her are at a certain, and you, Eleni, we are at a certain vibrational place where the ayahuasca was our friend. versus trying to teach us. We didn't have any real major lessons to learn. We were with Mother Universe during that time, and it was beautiful and amazing. And so Coco made me feel at home, even though I was a little unsteady. And then, you know, just being next to her all night was just, you know, so nice. And then I realized that I didn't know this, but my voice, my throat chakra, my communication was blocked. It was blocked, and I didn't know that. I loved it because I didn't even know that it was blocked. I didn't know I needed work there. And so the universe had everyone there sing to unblock my throat chakra. That whole thing happened to fix me. Oh my gosh. And she only knows. So everyone starts singing. And to me, that's like really awful. I mean, beautiful. You guys were so beautiful, but the fact that I might have to sing or say something out loud was like, no, that can't happen. But here, and then they just kept going with it. And I'm going, please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this, please. And then I would think they would just lose attention. No, it was coming for me. And as it's coming and they're giving me this rattle and they're making me speak out loud, tears. No, it was awful. And just tears nothing came out of my mouth, but tears, like, where did they come from? Why am I crying? Why? But it was like I felt a chastity belt around my throat.
It's the tears that you swallowed this thing.
Yeah.
So now they were coming out and your throat was untied.
I had never felt or experienced anything like that. And I knew at that point that I had to work on finding my strength in my words to open up my communication, because what I've done is I've just somehow learned to live inside of myself. Everything is inside of me. Even me talking right now, I'm getting better at communicating things, but half the time, all the stuff I'm thinking of never comes out of my mouth. Even with my children, I realize half the time, even when I want them to do something or I need something from them, I won't say it. So anyway, since that, I've been working on it often and noticing every time I want to be quiet, I practice saying my words, communicate. And I realized that I've been silenced for so long with people just telling me, be quiet. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. Or just ignoring what I have to say. Or just really not listening at all. So if no one's listening and no one wants to hear what I have to say, then I just stopped sharing what I have to say. And I needed to know that I had done that. I needed to know that I had stopped. So Coco's on my left, and they will not, they're going to make me do this. I know it. And this rattle is here and she's there and Astrid's there. And I'm like, y'all got to sing with me because there's nothing coming. I can't do it. So she sang and they just sang right there. And I was just like with the rattle, like, I love you guys so much. It was, and the women were so beautiful. There was her, there was Astrid, and there was Coco, and there was this beautiful, like, Mary. She was like, Jesus's mother here with an amazing voice, and then another amazing voice and another amazing voice. And I saw these goddesses. Do you know, Coco, I saw everyone's auras. I said that. So I saw purples coming off of people like something, and white smoke with pink lines and blue and green. And I'm just like, what am I seeing? And then I saw you posted it on your page, on your Facebook page a while ago. It was an earth, and there was some kind of pattern in the back of the earth. That is the pattern, which someone just told me yesterday is the flower of life or something, that I saw on the grass, on the sky, the trees. On that pattern, which I know nothing about, was all over the world. And then I saw it on your page, the world with the pattern. And then I just saw it somewhere else. And then I just saw it somewhere else. So this is speaking to me now, this pattern. I have to now figure out what it wants, what it means. And then I'm almost done with my story. So this is the part. So we have one drink, one sip. So ayahuasca comes in this little cup, right? And you take it. An hour and a half later, I didn't feel too much. I mean, I felt a little bit, but the universe was with me, talking to me. So then you take another little cup if you want. Coco didn't, which I understand. She's a tiny little thing. So I took the second one. So it hits you once, and then it hits you twice separately, an hour and a half later. So that was all good. So everyone is getting ready to leave. Everyone's packing up, and someone gives me a banana, and it activates again, Coco. Everyone is packing, and the world starts moving again, and the colors and the shapes. And I went up to Jesus and I said, Jesus, what is going on right now? Everyone is done, and I'm seeing the world. And he starts cracking. He cannot stop laughing. He said, oh, this doesn't happen very often, but in rare cases, food can reactivate it. So you guys are all leaving, and I am tripping. Like, that's when I saw the light language. So what is her name? Ziva, the beautiful medicine woman. She's a medicine woman, Indian. Zura. She tells me, just lay down by the fire. Just lay down and close your eyes by the fire. Don't move, lay down, and it will go away. Well, while I lay down at the fire, guess who's behind me? Coco. And guess what? Coco's just being Coco, and she's healing a woman behind me. And she's going through the entire chakra, the blues and the colors and the this and the this. And I'm tripping, laying by the fire, just listening to her. She probably doesn't even know I'm listening to her because she's healing the woman behind me. And this is when, Coco, I saw the universal light language, which I don't even know what that means, but I saw it, and it was flowing like this. And there was little lines and little shapes and little colors and little symbols. And when Coco was speaking, it would light up this universal grid in it. And it wouldn't always light up in a row, but it loved her voice. It loved her. She would giggle, and it would go bing, bing, bing. And I'm like, wow. And she would talk, and it would giggle, and it would light. And I have no idea what I'm looking at. I don't know what that was, but that's what happened. That was my experience there. And me and her at that point hadn't really talked quite yet. But after that, I was like, I need to talk to this girl. We need to talk. And that was when I also saw you doing that. I saw you doing that for lots of people. I saw you healing lots of people. I saw you doing many ceremonies. I saw everything that you have to do here. And that was why I was like, we have to talk, right? We have to talk. And here we are. So at the very end, we had talked about dancing around the fire because it was so beautiful, all of us women together. And it's not that I don't want men there. That's not it, because I feel like we love to be beautiful. And we don't mind being honored by respectable, beautiful, gentle men of vibrational health. But I want us to do something together. Me, you, and Ilanit's powerful energy too. She's a goddess too. And Astrid, and really all those other girls there. And I thought, let's go to the beach. Let's go to a resort. Let's do a healing weekend. Let's bring people. I want to hear Coco. I want to hear that chakra thing again. I want to hear what your ceremonies are. I know Ilanit is a very powerful light worker and being. She channels the universe the same. So very powerful. And me, and I would love some yoga and I know, Coco, you were saying that you have some ideas. I want to hear what your ideas are. And I want to hear about your ceremonies. And then I'm going to hear about you too, Ilanit. Tell me, Coco.
Wow. Okay. I'm ready.
You ready? Tell me about your ceremonies.
So first, yes. It has been a while that I deeply reconnected with hear myself.
Yeah, I think we're glitching a little bit on the
that I had originally went from Plaza France, that region where Mary Magdalene stayed for 30 years at the end of her life, possibly.
I don't know if we can. Ilanit, can you hear her?
There's an echo.
There's an echo. Joseph would know. Joseph is listening. Joseph would know how to fix this. Joseph Coco is our man behind the screen.
There's none. Let me see if I can fix it with my. No, it's not gonna work. Because my phone is awesome.
Such a bad habit of going like this, isn't it? I go like that all the time. Like, stop doing that. When you see yourself on camera, then you see all the silly things that you do sometimes.
Maybe
I can hear you a little better now.
if you mute.
I can hear you. Can you hear her now, Eleni?
Better, yes.
Better.
I didn't change anything, but let's try.
Let's try.
So yes. So my spiritual journey took me to go back to where I was born at one point, which was 6 months ago, to Mary Magdalene's cave.
To Mary Magdalene's cave?
Yes, in the south.
She had a cave?
So she had, supposedly she lived 30 years of, the last 30 years of her life in this cave.
Wow.
Another beautiful forest called La Sainte-Brume in the south of France. Yes, I'm sorry, the sound
is it still echoing, right?
It's terrible. Yeah.
Sometimes when you put the Joseph says, put the volume down on something. He always says, maybe it's the computer itself.
I don't know if the volume is it better now?
Yes.
Let's try it.
Okay, I'll try.
It does sound better.
Am I supposed to put any? Let's see. Okay, I'll try this way.
Oh, he's coming on to help us.
Or I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you in the comments.
I think it's better.
Yeah, headphones. Joseph is saying headphones. Yeah, the thing is, my headphones are always like this. So
yeah.
It's the emergency situation, but I'm not prepared for that.
Oh, and Lynn, let's see. Here we go. We have a couple comments. Ready?
Okay, I know what. Oh, that's amazing.
Too. Lynn says she's French too.
C'est bonsoir to Lynn.
Bonsoir, Lynn.
And it's wonderful to be here listening to all of you, learning from each of you. Oh, and Joseph says, hello, beautiful souls. Yay. Oh, and Joseph says, headphones.
Yeah. I think, so what we could do, maybe, Eleni, if you want to share a little bit first while I figure that out.
Sure.
And then I'll come back to it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to talk, about this idea of divine feminine that we're trying to bring together. What's interesting, and for people to understand, divine feminine is not associated to a sexual gender. It's a vibration.
Oh, I love that.
And obviously, women by nature, they are the main participant to this energy, but really it exists inside men as well, the same that the masculine energy. And it's really to understand that we live in a world of vibration. So people call it male and female, positive, negative. And the best way to understanding is to take the light bulb, where you have the plus pole and the negative pole, and you have the filament, and the energy is constantly circulating. So us as women, we have an easier ability because we are that vessel, we have that energy that can tap and manifest into the world more of this feminine energy. And really the idea is to reveal it for everyone. So when we talked about women getting together and really working, like you say, about ceremony, whether you decide to connect to the full moon or the new moon, and actually, from the teaching of Kabbalah, there is this association. We say that the women are the moon and the men are the sun. And so it's really to tap into that energy, to manifest it, to being this vessel that can be filled with light for everyone. So as women, when we work together, first of all, there's this idea that by supporting each other, we create a critical mass of energy that each one of us participate and can manifest, this vortex of energy then into the world, and by doing it with consciousness, by the fact that we try to raise our vibration through ritual, through dancing, through yoga, meditation, and breath work, this is really what we can do and contribute to the community by getting together and then sending this energy for everyone to receive. So, yeah,
So
definitely, personally, as a woman, to look into that, to really focus on that aspect. So
yeah, it was so beautiful to be around Coco and Astrid and the other women there, because they were so loving and they were so compassionate and they were so considerate and so thoughtful. So my energy was able to flow through them, and it was full of love, versus there wasn't anything there that, because I feel it when a woman's like or there's a thing, they're glitching, they have some kind of internal stuff. I'm very very sensitive. We probably are all very sensitive to that. So I have shied away from women at times because there's a lot of that, but I didn't feel that in Coco, and I didn't feel it in Astrid, and I didn't feel it in the other women. And I was like, these are my people. I have found my tribe. I have to find more people just like this, because it gives me hope for my own life, I think, to be around these beautiful people and to just be around. And I want to bring us, these beautiful goddesses and the divine feminine, together where we can grow stronger. And I want us all to have a voice there, because that was so important. And I want to hear what you have to say and what you have to say and what some of the other women have to say. So I want there to be some kind of open sharing circle. And then I want to go dance out under the moon in I don't even know if I want to, maybe I'll wear clothes or a bikini. I don't know. I want to be in the sand and be in the earth and feel the water and not have to be worried about someone judging me or something. And I want to get all dressed up and wear wigs and dress up completely. I just want to be able to be free and supported for exactly who we are and how we're stronger together. Like Coco's energy and Ilanit's energy and Astrid's energy, and we are strong. We all make up the petals together of the lotus flower together. We each are a part of it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's just what I really want to bring us together, like girl love, girl power.
We are, and it is such a powerful day to talk about this.
What
I know. I didn't even mean for that to happen. Elenit was like,
yeah. I told Kristen, right? I think you believe that, hosting the line, that it's happening today, International Women's Day. So
yeah,
sign from the universe. I don't know what is.
Together we rise. When we do understand, true, like what is true sisterhood, is that there's no difference, first of all, none, between each one of us. And the more the other one in front of us has, the more we have, the more we rise.
Yeah.
It's
I felt like my energy go click, 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 click just by being next to you girls. It just like, I feel it grow and become strong. And I also feel the ability to shine somehow next to you. I can shine brighter. I don't know if it's what it is. I don't know if there's some kind of like block that is removed, or somehow your energy supports my energy. And it's different than a masculine energy. And I love masculine. I love it, but it's different, where there was something so soft and so flowing and just so freeing. And I'm like, I need more of this. Elenit's brought me to a moon dance. Mm-hmm. And it was so beautiful. I had one of the best nights I think I've ever had, because I'm a dancer, and I could not, I love that everyone, no one cared what they looked like. No one cared about the beat. No one cared. They were just being them and allowing that music to flow through them. And she is a female, the woman behind the music, a DJ. And Eleni, didn't you tell me someone told me she used to have a corporate job or something?
I read some of her stories. She used to be really like a jet type of life. And then she realized that she wanted something else. She went to India, went to ashram, and went into a non-talking process. So it was supposed to be for just a few weeks, ended up a few months. And she received a lot of messages. And one of them was that she's supposed to help people heal through music. So she had learned prior, to be a DJ, but and it just made sense. And this is what she's doing, and she's beautiful. Like around her, like again, this feeling that when you are with women with a higher vibration, you suddenly feel empowered, beautiful, and feeling
stronger.
that you do so much more. Yeah.
And I want her there too. She's on my list. We have to get her too. How amazing would it be if she comes down and throws our like Saturday night party, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be fun.
Like, she might be the same that we know.
She was amazing. This beautiful, she was blonde, but you know what I loved about her was, yeah, like you said, her energy. She wasn't, there was nothing presumptuous about her. She was so humble. She has this humble energy of just perfection. She's just as wonderful. Just met all these amazing people, these amazing women. And since I met you, I've been talking to lots and lots of women. And I'm like, hey, guess what? We're doing this. We're going to get together. Come. So we have to figure out kind of like a location, a date, and we need an itinerary of what we want to offer to bring. We need to figure out a price. And I figure we'll keep it very kind of open, like, hey, this is how much the venue costs. This is how much this and this and this is, and try to come up with a price that might be affordable. But, if it's someplace beautiful that we can have a nice time and there's food, it's worth spending a little bit more having a weekend like that with us together. We'll be teaching workshops. I think, Coco, you can teach. I know Eleni can teach. I can teach. So at least we have 3. I would like our DJ to come down. I'd like to do some yoga. Eleni, you said you teach yoga, right?
Yoga and the basic move of Qigong, which is the moving of energy.
Yeah. So
Qigong is so useful right now.
Is. Yeah. It teaches.
Use the qi.
It teaches you how to use the qi.
Move it.
And what about you, Coco? Tell me about your ceremonies. Because I know you were like, I used to do ceremonies in my house. And I'm like, because what you did with that woman and her chakras really needs to be in an audio form. I saw it in an audio form, books on tape or something.
I'd love that. This is such a beautiful idea. Yeah. I never did it that way, but it's a very powerful exercise to ground, to take the energy from the earth, and then to align all the chakras and work on all the chakras and expand them, and then to connect to the central sun from the crown, which is it is done with the posture of Qigong. So basically, foot hips apart, very well rooted in the ground, like pelvic floor a little bit tilted, and very grounded, very rooted, and with the arms up. And it gives a lot of grounding, a lot of balance, a lot of centering, a lot of power, a lot of empowerment and connection up to the divine as well.
Hey, Jill.
Hi,
Jill. And
also, what I can add, you know what, Kristen?
Yes.
Just for people that come and listen to us, is to realize that you don't need prior experiences, and to know as women, and we discussed that, as women, we intuitively feel a lot of things. or we know things without paying attention. And I think as we work together, we can just help people tap back. I used to teach children, and in education, you have different philosophy. You have the philosophy children don't know nothing, and you're here to teach them. Or there's philosophy that say children knows everything, and we're just here to reveal it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is what it is, because we're all in a ladder of transformation, and everybody, is on a journey, and we can help each other depending on where we are on that ladder. And so eventually we can all share something.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. And also we all have so many gifts that it is time, like right now it's time to get
Find
them
our
out, to
voices.
express them, to open our voices, to open all those blockages, to speak up, to sing, to write. And this is how we truly rise together. We all have it. All of us.
We have to find that beautiful girl who plays the guitar, who looks like Mary. I must see this girl again. She has to come and play the guitar and sing for us. That was so beautiful. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You guys all singing with your beautiful voices and the guitars and the music. It was like, I felt like, where am I right now? It's just amazing. So I want us to do that too. Talk a little bit about health and nutrition.
Yes.
Really big for all of us. Detoxification, the importance of detoxifying our bodies and making healthy choices, what it means to really practice self-care, right? What it means to keep our minds and our energy healthy throughout our days, because there's so much external chaos going on. So we don't want to let that get us down, which happens. Like Elenit, you said, we feel everything. Women are really, most of us feel so much. And some of us who don't feel anymore, it's because we felt so much we had to block it because it was too much, so giving us a spot, like a spot where we can feel, we can be free, we can talk about some of the real things that are going on externally, and stay stronger together, keep our heads clear. A lot of times life just really gets us down energetically. We have so much stuff going on, and we're so great talking right now, but then we still have those bills, and we still have, traumas at home, and we still have external stuff, and we still have all that stuff going on outside,
That's why we need an environment where we can plug ourselves back on a regular basis. So we have our personal practices, and then there's the energy of surrounding ourselves with people that are aligned with us. So like you said, it's become like a generator of light in our lives. So
yeah, like those practices done every day, every morning, or at least really every day. Some people are like, oh, I meditate once in a while. I'm like, if I don't rebalance myself as often as I can, throughout my day, then I'm feeling unhealthy by the evening time, which happens. We get busy, we get distracted. But I think, and like you said, Elenit and Coco, I don't remember who said it, but you're right. As far as these women, all of them that come, they have so much to offer us too. So many gifts to share, so much knowledge and wisdom to share also, the same. So I want to hear what they have to say too, and also be able to give them the strength and the courage, like our DJ, who just was like, she had I guess this amazing job, comes from a wealthy family, had, Wall Street or something. And she's like, you know what? No, I'm going to be a music DJ. Watch me do it. And now she's this beautiful, successful healer of humans and music. I love it. Joseph, you messing with my screen back there? He's laughing. I like it. Well, don't we look good right here? You don't like stuff like that? We like the way we look right now.
Yeah. I just jumped into your party. I'm sorry. Hi. I thought it looked good. The three of you close up and stuff. That's all right. I'm sorry. Just wanted to budge in. Hi. Just wanted to say hello to the beautiful souls here.
Hi, Joseph.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Coco. Elenit.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I know Elenit.
Yeah, speaking, we do. We have to decide. We're going to take Joseph off for a second. We do have to talk about this.
Okay.
Are we bringing boys to this or not? We need to decide. Boys are welcome or not. Maybe I don't know it. I feel like I've been really digesting this, and I feel like I'm okay with them coming, but I want you guys to tell me how you feel. Because I don't know the answer.
I think, I mean, for me, it depends on what we are creating. What I was going to talk about at the very first was that travel from Mary Magdalene and the lineage of Isis, and all of that journey brought me to messages about very powerful rituals that women used to do together, and that Mother Mary used to do with Mary Magdalene and other women around the fire, and anointing each other and being naked with one another, singing, like truly honoring the deep divine feminine. And as you say, it's a vibration, it's not a gender. And honoring within woman the moon of another woman, the coming moon of, for example, Mother Mary. I had a download like saying Mother Mary did that for Mary Magdalene when she got her moon when she was 12, around 12, right? So it was like I had that coming for to create a space that is really safe, where we can really be and feel and get back to the elements, talking to the fire together, get back to the earth in this way. Then I think that we are in a time that is very challenging for both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, where we have those wounds of both the divine masculine and the divine feminine that are very apparent because our parents didn't deal with them, and we are kind of the first generation that are and that are healing this and closing those cycles. And so we see a difference, and in ceremony we very much see women remembering, rising in their divine feminine, singing, remembering the serpent with codes and Lemuria and Atlantis and the ancient memory of the way it was brought. I mean, I know that for me, there's a lot of ancient memory coming back more and more and more, and being those like those angels and that light and like rising more and more. And on the other side, like men who are used to be protectors and creating a safe space, and is their role, and it has been their role, are really like in their heads, like trying to understand, like, how am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to sustain this woman, and how am I going to fly with her? And so it's so beautiful, because it's truly the rising of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and the divine feminine and masculine inside of us and each of us, without talking about genders. So I think on one side, we women are to go deeper, to have deeper rituals, to support each other in such a deeper way, and rise together, being those sacred women that are going so deep with one another, and can do this truly together, because that's the only way, and to rise those new babies like this in a new way. And on the other side, we are here to support the divine masculine and to take their hand and to rise with them, because there is a part of us that want to welcome our Shivas, right, and to rise with them. So
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, me too.
I think it needs to be maybe just us, and then potentially we can invite them to come. By if you have anyone, maybe like from 7 until 11, maybe a night they can come. If we do Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, maybe there's a time, or we just keep them out of this completely and at least keep this one with just us. And then the next one, we decide how we feel if we want to bring them back in too, because I don't want to cut them out. And it's not that we're cutting them out per se, but they need our light too. They need to see that also. And I know, like, for example, your friend that Astrid brought, he was a nice, soft, kind, gentle addition. He was not an influencer or an effector or a controller or he was just there witnessing in the purest form as a man witnessing this, because it was all women there, you know. So, but it will need to be gentle men like him, very gentle men, you know, who can come and kind of walk into our sacred space without shifting the energy completely. Because like you said, they have that protector, they have that safe space, they have that I have to keep these women safe sort of feeling. And we are kind of like, no, we are safe. The universe keeps us safe. We need our freedom right now. We don't need any kind of constraints in that way. And as women, we're all very sensitive. So we will feel that the moment that the men, which is what they do, they're protectors, put that protection around us, it influences the way our energy flows.
Yeah,
it does.
Like, come and dance with us.
That's what I mean. Like if we did something like a Friday, like it's all us, you know, Friday night is us, all day Saturday, maybe, and then we bring them just for a couple hours Saturday night. We let the DJ come, we dance around the moon, but then they go home, and then we have our Sunday too together. You know, so it's not like they can stay.
I think there's a part that is very important to share. But we could do a woman's retreat first, and then we can do the second one where it's both and
how they feel too. Yeah, because I do want to keep this going. I want to support us and grow what we're doing. I want you to grow, Coco and Ilanit and me and any other woman who wants to get involved. I want us to see that we can do this, that we don't have to, we can do this, just like your friend with her DJ, just like the DJ. She did it. She's a perfect example of, you know, girl power, women's strength, where she's like, I don't care about my job. I'm just going to be a DJ with music. I wish that I had the courage to just say that, because I wonder where my path would take me if I just quit my job. I mean, I think about it. I do.
I did it. I did the same.
And I want to shift to where this is full-time work.
C-level corporate engineer, MBA, whatever. I did the whole French, you know, French education. Yeah,
construction company.
Yes, but I created it afterwards. Like,
no, I mean, that's what I do. Like, I run a construction company. I build houses. That's what I do. Yeah, I run a big company, a construction company. But
beautiful. I love it. Masculine energy, feminine energy. Like,
I do. Guys, I do all the projects. I get all the. I do all that. I do it. But you know what? I would rather just be doing this full time with you guys, doing retreats, growing our vibrations, spreading light throughout the planet, because they have a million construction workers, but they need our voices right now. The world and the earth and the light needs us right now. So the time of us kind of sitting at home and being quiet and not taking action, that time is over. That has been the way it's been, where we as light workers took a little bit of a submissive role. So we had all this stuff going on, but we weren't really saying it. We weren't acting on it. We weren't speaking about it. We were kind of quiet in the shadows, just keeping things calm. Something has shifted in the energy, and the energy is now being called to arms. I can hear it. And it's like, no more being quiet. Now your strength is being combined with your wisdom. So now we have both coming together. So we are strong. We need to be strong, stronger than we ever have been. And we are warriors. And I mean, when you see the angels, you do see them with shields a lot of times, and they have swords, because they are warriors like we are. So we're here, and it's time for us to fight for the light now. Pick a side and honor it, and step into the light and say, what do you need from me? And have the courage to see that through and walk that path. Quit quit jobs if you have to, which right now, thankfully, I don't have to, because I'm able to maintain my vibrational balance and maintain work at the same time. But if that becomes out of balance, where this work is messing with my vibrational health, I will need to move away from it.
And it's not even that. We're gonna need your full-on power and energy.
Correct. Right? And we can't have that energy being drained where in places it doesn't. And that's the biggest thing that I want to teach people. What you just said is how valuable their energy is to all of us, and how powerful it is, and how much it spreads. And just one light worker, fully lit, in peace, vibrating at the highest vibration where meditation and source can bring them, it affects so many things. I can see the way it moves through people. I can see their energy shift, like just by me bringing this light into the supermarket and sharing that light with the cashier and smiling at her, and she smiles it back, and we interact. I have seen the entire row do the same thing. Hi, the whole energy shifted. And then when I turned around, I saw every person in the supermarket looking at me. They were all just looking. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything really. I just brought the light. I just brought the light. I just emanated light. That's it. Is just, and so I see how powerful it is. And we went out, when we go out and we bring the light, when we go out, we can completely affect the entire energy of the bar, or the club, or the workspace, or the supermarket. And so the more of us that know this, and the more of us understand how important our light is, the more we're vibrating, just walking around vibrating, the more this light will spread. And that's what we need to do right now. We have to get the light a little stronger, which is coming now, because there is the other side. There's the lower energy there too, that brings us down. I mean, we have our ups and our downs, but so many people don't realize that they can come back up. They don't have the tools to get back up, so they're stuck down here. They need guidance or wisdom, something. They need to know how to keep the light turned on for the most part, or at least manage to get it back when it disappears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need to remember always, where we come from, who we are, why we're here, and just open our heart. Remember this love always, and rise.
Yeah, like Jesus said, I loved it. He said, "Let the ceremony continue." And I think about that. I say that every day. The ceremony must continue. So as much love as I felt for the grass and for the trees and for the universe and for you and for all of the women, I have really every day tried to keep that energy. Every single day tried to keep it. You know, it's not that easy, obviously. He's like, it's easy now because you're here. He said, but when you go, he's like, that's where the real, work is.
Mm-hmm.
He was amazing. He's really wonderful.
But it is really they are.
That was a great experience with them.
It is a vibratory state, really. Whenever you can, vibrate higher and higher and higher, really go in the heart, opening that fifth dimension that we can talk about, opening the doors of the heart, and having that vision of 360 degrees and seeing life on earth happening from there is like, okay, like I'm here, this is the game that I'm playing, and no matter where life goes, it's just okay, I'm able to rise up like the eagle and look at myself and see another perspective. From there, see the lesson.
A Kabbalistic concept, which was described by Shakespeare, is to be or not to be. It's like you can be in your life and whatever can happen around you, but then you step out. And I guess as women, when we do this ritual, when we support each other, it's a matter of switching back where we were during those days. It's all about consciousness. So you can start a day and then you travel in time back where you were, where you felt good about yourself, and you reawaken this energy, because we know energy never gets lost. So it's just a matter of learning how to tap back into it and plug yourself in. But it is work. So.
And it's really about plugging yourself back in every minute.
Yeah. Yes.
It's really like
this is what our free will is. Like they say, happiness is a choice, which means it is our choice no matter the circumstance. What you're gonna do with it, what's gonna be your reaction. You can have a feeling, but then how do you act upon it? And
we decide. We decide every second to feel this way or that way, to take it that way or that way. For everything is a choice.
To teach what you just said. So no matter what we do, what we just said right here is the theme of our weekend. To plug back in, to understand how important our vibrations are, that it's a choice. We can always choose how we want to see, what experience we want to have in that moment. So are we going to choose to be upset? Are we going to choose to be stressed? Are we going to choose to trust and have peace in the situation and allow and flow? We have a choice.
So maybe we should, whoever is listening, maybe to let them know to get in touch with us, because right now we're planning this in South Florida, but and to see, how we can make it manifest and support each other is really the idea of coming in unity.
Yeah, so we'll talk again. I say, let's digest everything we did right now. Coco, I know you had mentioned a couple of locations down south. So if we can try to maybe begin to find a location, and then we'll kind of look and find a date, and then we'll start planning. So maybe we'll talk again next week, or we'll talk about our schedules, and get it going. And then maybe it's in May or June. I don't know, maybe the end of May, something. So it's not like we're not stressed. It has to be done right now, but in the forming of it. And about us being together, what it's going to cost. And then we'll start getting it out there, invite all the beautiful women that we know, make it happen.
What Jeffrey is saying, can you read that?
What is message
here?
How wonderful and healed you felt with them. Each of your own personal light auras merging into a goddess glow.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Oh, we have some support already.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so it is our time. Thank you for coming on, Elenit and Coco.
Thank you, Coco.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Elenit.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Goddess.
Yes, we will be in touch. It's happening. Okay.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Okay. Happy Monday. I love you.
Happy Monday.
Love you.
Bye. Bye. Okay, let's see. Let me see what I have to do here. Let's remove.